Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks here with another war recap for you guys. Archer Outlaws went up against Venezuela. This time we came out with the victory 56 to 54, 94.45% total destruction to their 93.75. The Town Hall breakdown was 3 Town Hall 11s for both sides. We had 3 Town Hall 10s. They had 2 Town Hall 10s, and the rest were Town Hall 9s in the 20 versus 20 matchup. As you can see, they 2-starred 2 of our Town Hall 11s. Were not able to get any stars against myself, and then they 2-starred our 2 Town Hall 10s, and pretty much 3-starred all the Town Hall 9s except for 1 that they left on the board. On our side, we were able to 2-star 2 of their Town Hall 11s. We left 1 Town Hall 11 with a 1-star on it, but that was a Town Hall 10 versus the Town Hall 11. We got all of their Town Hall 10s 3-starred, and we were able to 3-star all of their 9s as well. Looking at that, we'll start off the first recap with Diablos on number 1, pulling out the 2 stars against their Town Hall 11. This is a Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 11. On these typical ring style bases, usually you can do some type of queen walk or charge air defenses, because a lot of people are leaving them exposed now, and they are putting their expos on ground, which exposes them big time to dragon attacks or baby dragons. Diablo comes in here first. We had a previous scout on this base, so we had a good idea of what to do for it, but he comes in with the Suicide Heroes and takes out 1 air defense and is able to create the top side of the funnel with his heroes and a single giant and a rage spell. On the bottom, he brings in a hound and a group of loons into the other air defense, pulls the CC, and follows that up with a bunch of baby dragons, so that way they are able to take out the clan castle. He goes ahead, and after the funnel starts to create, he comes in with a dragon spread up top. He also saves an additional dragon because he sees that the funnel down at the bottom isn't fully created as his dragons are going in. He follows in the dragons with the Grand Warden, so that way he'll be able to use the Eternal Tome right before this next Eagle round hits and does any damage to his dragons. He's a little late on that, so 1 gets hit a little bit, but the Eagle doesn't do too much damage to dragons. As you can see, the funnel is nicely created. His dragons go straight into the Town Hall, and he has additional dragons working at the bottom to pick up the extra percentage. At this point, the 2-star is in the bag, and he is just going for as much percentage as possible. And with the expos on ground, they do not do much damage. So the only main concern at this point on the backside is the air defenses, which do a little bit of damage to him and hurt him, but he's able to make it through and pick up some additional damage or percentage on this backside. Go ahead, put it in times 4, and he ends up with a 65% 2-star in the end. Next attack, we are going to look at some of the Town Hall 9 3-stars. The first one will be by Beth. He's going to come in at the bottom around 3 o'clock, and he will be coming in with the gobolaloon. As you can see, he starts off with 2 golems and a couple of wizards to create that funnel. He gets it nice and big, so that way when he brings in the bowlers and his royals, they will have nowhere to go but into the base. He drops a test wall breaker to get rid of the small bomb that's right there in the corner, so that way when his rest of his wall breakers go in, they do not get messed up. He drops a jump, and it gets him right into the core of this base, so that way he has access to 3 air defenses and the queen, as well as the clan castle. He drops a rage as the clan castle comes, pops the Barb King ability, so that he's able to get in there and take out a lot of the trash that's in the way. The bowlers and the queen step up in the rage and take out the enemy queen, as well as the clan castle. At this point, there are 2 golemites and a golem cell out there tanking for the queen. As she sits back, he's able to start bringing in the Laloon portion on the backside, since there's only 1 air defense left. The queen eventually is going to step up. He has the ability left with her and take out that last air defense as his hounds and his loons are approaching it, which actually helps him out a lot. He's got haste to come in so that way he can battle against that sweeper, and he also drops a heal spell as they approach this high point defense area as he's combating that sweeper. Takes out the Teslas. He drops a few loons on the backside that he's been holding in an attempt. A little late on them, but it still doesn't matter. There are enough loons, and a hound still left unpopped to take out the last few defenses. He has pups working up at the top for the final cleanup. Queen is still standing in the core. Space was totally wrecked. Good job, Beth. The next attack will be by Stana. This is one of our 8.5, stepping up and taking out almost a nearly max as far as defense goes with a 30 Barb King, 21 Queen, and he's stepping up with the 10-10 heroes. He drops a single golem down at the bottom with a couple wizards behind him. A Tesla farm pops. I don't believe he knew that was there at the time. He drops another golem up at 9 o'clock. Sends in the single test wall breaker, and then he sends in the rest to go ahead and open up the top portion of the base. Trails in a third golem. As the queen steps in, he brings in a few more funneling wizards to go ahead and get that created. Drops the Barb King and the bowlers. The wizard gets that barrack down just at the right time so that everybody funnels into this base. As he comes in, he steps up, drops a jump to connect over to the queen as she will jump over that wall, and he'll be able to take that queen out. Clan Castle comes out as he has a poison and a rage waiting for them. The wizards step up and take out the baby dragon and the rest of the Clan Castle. The Barb King steps over and takes out the queen, and at that point he is able to start bringing in some hogs from the back side. He also notices that up at the top, since there is not a lot of point defense left, that his hogs will be okay, so he brings in a small amount to trim. And then on the bottom side, he brings in the rest of his hogs, has a heal waiting for the big bomb and the wizard tower at the bottom. And he has his final heal go down as he approaches the second wizard tower. The bowlers step up and take out the skellies that are hitting his hogs. And his final hogs and bowlers end up taking out the last 2 point defenses. Go ahead and put this in time 4 as he's working on the cleanup. Has a wizard at the top to take out the remaining storages. Big job stepping up for a 8.5 10-10 heroes to take out their number 10, which was nearly maxed out Town Hall 9 defense base with pretty much almost max heroes coming in just a few levels short of being max. The next attack we are going to look at is going to be by AR Walker. She is going to come in with the HGHB off the start, drops a loon to take out the mortar up at the top, so that way the giants will funnel into the base properly. There's nothing in range up there, so we drop a baby dragon to help create that funnel. The giants go down with the healers on them and wizards behind to help create the final port of the funnel. The baby dragon steps up and is actually still doing work, ends up taking out the archer tower as the giants beat through the wall and go for the cannon. Little weird pathing here. As the cannon goes down, the giants actually redirect back into the base, and the Barb King decides to walk a little bit, but that's fine because the funnel is created. The queen will follow in behind the giants now. The bowlers are finally dropped. They step up and are going to take out a good portion of this base and trailer on the top. The Clan Castle comes out. Poison is waiting for them as the queen steps up in rage and finishes them off. AR Walker stays patient on this attack, drops the poison on the queen to slow her attack down as his troops step up to take them out. The bowlers continue to funnel around the top side. The giants, the queen, and a few extra bowlers are working on the inside. They step up, drops a rage to hurry up and get to that air defense that is hitting his healers to try to save as many as he can. He starts trailing in hogs from the top side on the single splash towers up there, so they're not going to do much on those hogs. His giants and queen are still standing underneath the healer. As the Expo aggroes onto the giants, the queen is able to step up and take out a lot of the point defenses, and hogs start working on the backside. He drops a heal to get the hogs that he originally had down back up. He starts trailing in some backside hogs, and he's holding 3 hogs in hand and a heal for this Tesla farm that's on the backside with the bomber tower. He goes ahead and gets that down as the hogs step up. He trails in the final 3 hogs on the backside on the Tesla farm. On the top side, he has his bowlers and wizards still working on that cleanup. So his hogs, as they take out the last few towers, will start working back towards those bowlers and wizards that were originally trailing around the top side to clean up the funnel. We will put this in ×4 as the base is done. The remaining troops step up and take out the final part of the base. The next recap we will look at will be by Ron Viros. He is another 8.5 with 1010 heroes, I believe, stepping up and taking out another nearly almost max Town Hall 9. The walls are a little low, but the heroes at 25-23, and he's stepping up with the level 10 Barb King and level 11 Archer Queen to take out this base. He's coming with HGHP as well. He drops a minion on the camp since that is out of range of all towers to create that funnel, get that down. Baby Dragon at the top to go ahead and kind of speed through those mines. A couple wizards in behind to trail as the giants break through the wall. He brings in the Barb King and the bowlers as well. Gets the rage down to get through the top splash defense really fast. Bowlers step up and start doing work on the inside of the base. And as they're attempting to break out, the giants break through the wall in the rage and redirect the bowlers back into the base with the heroes. Has a poison waiting for the clan castle and the queen, stepping up to take them out while they are under rage. The Barb King beats through the wall to continue the pathing through the bottom of the base and steps up and takes out the queen. He starts trailing in hogs from the bottom side since the queen and Barb King are tanking those point defense down there. He has the giants up at the top tanking with the healers up there, so he's able to trail in some hogs on the backside of that. Good job noticing that those deep point defenses were all preoccupied. All the hogs converge on the last few buildings that are left standing, and he has a heal that he puts down for them to get his hogs back up as they start working on cleanup, and he has a swag heal in the bag as the cleanup begins. He has troops on all sides, hogs, giants, a queen still standing. Cleanup on this is relatively quick. Another 8.5 with low-level heroes stepping up to take out another almost nearly max Town Hall 9. This one was a replay of my alternate account. This is my Town Hall 9. I stepped up and to take out number 13, coming in with the stone gohobo. I start off with 2 golems and a few wizards behind them to take out the funnel, test wall breakers down, just to check to see if there's a small bomb in there to mess up the wall breakers coming in. Once I get it open, the golems redirect, and I trail in a 3rd golem. Barb King, the queen goes down, and the bowlers drop a heal or a jump spell right in the middle of the base. It connects so that way I have access to the queen, the clan castle, the bomber tower, and any big bombs that are in the core of the base. I get a rage down knowing where I'm going to approach that clan castle, get a poison spell down to deal with them. Queen redirects back in as the bowlers and the golems are still tanking for the core of the base. Trail in some hogs on the bottom point defenses as they are preoccupied with the golems and bowlers in the middle of the base. Start to work my way up. I start trailing in more hogs at the 8 o'clock position and put a heal down where the wizard tower is, and the hogs will encounter the splash. Bring in some additional hogs on the top side as I work my way around the base. Golems are still in the core, still standing up. Queen is beating through a wall to get to the back side of the base. Drop a heal on the final wizard tower. And I have a few hogs that I'm saving in hand. Drop 2 to go ahead and get that backside, and I save 1 to drop down at the bottom 6 o'clock area once these last few towers go down to start the cleanup. Leave a poison in hand. At this point, there are no point defenses, no defenses left in the base. All the big bombs were in the core of the base, so they have been taken care of. The hogs are working around. Barb King is still standing with 2 golems in the core of the base, and we go ahead and finish that up for a 3-star. The final recap that we are going to look at will be Super Hot Fire stepping up and taking out number 17. He is going to come in with what appears to be a queen walk to a goho. I assume that he probably has some bowlers in the clan castle. He starts off with a baby dragon down at 3 o'clock since there are no towers down there that can approach that baby dragon as it starts to create that funnel relatively quick for the queen. He drops the queen down as she works on these storages out of range of the 2 archer towers as the baby dragon takes down and creates that top funnel. The queen steps up. He's got 3 healers in hand that he's going to drop on the queen. Good job recognizing spacing on this. He knows that he did not need to waste another spot for 4 healers. He was able to get by with 3 and drop a rage down at the right time to keep the queen up. At this point, with the rage down, she gets back up to full health. She's going to step up, take out some of the splash defense that is down here on the bottom side of the base. He gets another baby dragon working on the top side for the funnel over at 7 o'clock, recognizing that there is no air targeting defense out there, so the baby dragon has easy time to get through that area. Sends down a golem and some wizards behind to help the queen as she is approaching over to get that funnel completely made. Brings in a test wall breaker to get the small bomb, and then sends in a hog knowing that the golems are going to be tanking for that hog to step in. Sends in the rest of the wall breakers as the last defense goes down, and the golems break into the base, right into the Tesla farm. Has a rage for them, poison, and jump into the middle of the base. As his troops step in, they start taking out the big bombs, and the healers are keeping them up. Starts trailing in some bottom hogs on the bottom side where he sees the point defenses are locked onto those troops. His kill squad gets into the core of the base as both heroes jump over the wall, and they are able to take out both royals. He has his hogs trailing through on the top side. No heals left for them, but he's got enough hogs in the bag and enough troops still standing in the core of the base that they're going to be tanking while the hogs on the backside step up and start taking out some of these towers. Bowlers are still standing behind the golem and the queen as well as in the core. He sends in the final 2 hounds that he has in the bag for the mortar, knowing that they are not going to be able to take out two hogs. Has wizards working up at the top for the funnel. He still has his queen in the core. He has a golem standing, and he has hogs working back towards the wizards coming from 9 o'clock to finish up the cleanup on this base. Good job, Super Hot Fire, bringing home a 3-star for the victory of this war. At this point, that will conclude the war recap against Venezuela for Archer Outlaws. If you made it this far in the video and you like what you have seen, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'll have more content coming out, more recaps